I feel honored to learn so much about Frida Kahlo, a passionate artist who found comfort in skillful, honest expression of pain. Her whole life has been filled with overcoming sickness, pain, and injury. She had polio at 6 years old and lived through a deadly Mexican Revolution that killed nearly 2 million people. After the revolution, Frida attended the National Preparatory School and was on her way to becoming a doctor. Then tragedy nearly took her life at 16 years old when a bus accident nearly killed her. Her leg, pelvis, and back were damaged critically, and she would suffer from complications from this crippling event for the rest of her life. Yet amazingly, she looks fully recovered after 6 months of healing in these family photos. Her love and passion for life was now focused on painting due to her long periods of bed-confined convalescence. She poured her gifted abilities into painting in a unique way of expressing herself and her emotions onto canvas that was never seen before. Her painting became an obsession for her, and she never looked back. It became an honest way of showing others how she was feeling. In her lonely confinement, she looked into a mirror and made vivid self-portraits that caught the attention of Diego Rivera. They both were gifted artists, and they admired each other's artistic expression. Soon they were in love and got married, despite her mother's objection, who viewed him as a fat elephant marrying a beautiful dove. She looked up to him as an accomplished artist, and they both ardently believed in communism. He viewed her as his dove. But they had a troubled marriage due to his notorious infidelity. When Diego had an affair with Frida's own sister, she was emotionally crushed, and her talented art reflected this sorrow when she cut off her hair, and she painted the two Fridas, which shows her exposed heart and her bleeding emotional state. However, Frida's love and passion for life overcame this sadness. Most people would resign themselves to self-pity. However, Frida's love and passion for life overcame this sadness, and she embraced dancing and free love. But nothing would prevent her love for Diego from returning, and despite his infidelities, she would still care for him immensely. She traveled in America at his side when another terrible tragedy changed her and her art forever. She had an abortion that was her last chance to have a child. Then she soon after created the flying bed, which expressed her deep helplessness. More surrealistic art would follow in the painting What the Water Gave Me, The Broken Column, and The Wounded Deer. They were honest pictorial interpretations of Frida's pain and suffering. What is it like to be in her world of pain and yet cherish and love every moment of life? She still had no fear of death, as seen in the dream canopy. She also embraced the natural world in her picture, Flower of Life. Her life of pain and suffering was the only way for her to give to us, through her visual language and her unique talent, an amazing glimpse into her world. She gave us a realistic view of her intangible emotional state as she lived her life without fear of death.